things that as drummers we need to be able to do. You know, we need to be able to inspire our musicians. We need to be able to bring musicality into the music. We need to be able to color the music. You know, the core, the first duty, the first job that a drummer ever had, you know, was to put down a groove. And this groove should feel so good that it inspires everybody else. So that's why you have people like Steve Gadd, you know, who can make that feel so good that it needed to be on all the hit records, on Steely Dan, and you know, everybody wants this kind of feel, you know. So how to get to groove, that's a big topic, and it's, in my understanding, not really a scientific one, you know. There is, I just share with you a few approaches, what I do, you know, in order to inhabit, or, you know, to get it into my system. So first of all, you need to have the technical skills to play what you're playing, you know. So music basically is a process from what we're hearing onto our instruments. It's the same whether you play the cello, you know, whether you play the drums, the saxophone, the sitar. Whatever we hear in our mind, whatever we, I guess, let's start one level up. Whatever we feel a certain thing, you know, which is in our body. And then we need to be able to bring that onto our instruments. And for that, we need technique. And in the process of technique, you know, our mind is involved, because our mind will help us to really fine-tune the things, to help us execute. Drums is a lot about coordination. So it's not so easy, you know, not everybody can do it. You know, you play one thing in your right foot, another thing in your left foot, and the right hand, blah, blah, blah. So that's something that needs time, and it needs some intellectual, you know, brains for that. But once you have that, it needs to come out in your instruments, and you need to find a way of really accurately expressing what you're hearing. And for that, you need technique. So the moment you struggle with a phrase, you know, it's like it's like when you're injured and you want to run. Okay, you know that you will only run like 30% of what you can run, what you could usually run. So it's like almost, if I sound hardcore, there's no use, you know. It's like better work on your injury, you know. Like get yourself ready, which doesn't mean that you have to only practice technique. I don't mean that. But I mean, like, get your skills there first. And even simple things, you know. Just if you're playing a simple phrase, you know, work on the phrases first, and then you're ready. And then it's about the internal hearing. So what are you hearing? How are you feeling the phrase? How are you feeling this groove? There's an infinite amount of playing. Right? You can do infinite ways of playing that. And you should have your own sound. And your own sound comes from your own way of feeling music.